Hey guys, and welcome back. This is going to be my 2-week update. It's been a little longer than 2 weeks, but I've been pretty busy. I had a big festival to work, and so I haven't been able to post as quickly as I'd like. But I'm going to try and do better in the future. I wanted to show just 2 weeks progress, and normally 2 weeks in other things I've experienced, I wouldn't even bother posting a 2-week video, because what are you going to see in 2 weeks? But I saw some actual results, and I also want to talk about why we take pictures in this program I'm doing, which I'll also get into a little more. So this is my first picture. This is when I started day one, and sorry, my dog is in the room. Day one, 300, and I think at that point I was 307 pounds, 308 pounds. And you can see it doesn't look very pretty. I'm not going to badmouth myself as much as I want to. I'm not a body positivity guy, but I hated my looks. I hate the way I look. In fact, I still hate the way I look, but I hated the way I looked in this picture, and it makes me sort of sick with myself, even though I could make a ton of excuses with what my body has been through. It made me sick at myself to see this. And then, not a side-by-side yet, but this is my second picture, 14 days in. And just looking at it, I don't know if you could see a difference or not. When I took the picture that morning and I was looking in the mirror, I thought, nope, I look just as bad as I did in day one. It's disgusting. I hate myself. But then when I decided, I took a screenshot of my first picture and put it side by side with my second picture, my 14th picture. And this is the results of the side by side. And again, it's not like your great before and after pictures where you're, like you see online, these, I was fat, now I'm all muscular. But it did me a lot of good to see side by side after just 2 weeks. So I want to go through a few things that we noticed after 2 weeks. The first thing I noticed was my side here, and you can see it on the other side as well. In the first picture on the left, the fat from my chest comes straight down and just basically bounces right back into the fat from my belly. And in the second picture, you can see there's a little more of a gap. The fat on my chest has raised, and the fat on my belly has lowered. And of course, it's a shift from the muscle underneath lifting the fat up. And there has to be some fat burning as well, because in 2 weeks, I don't mind telling you, my weight has fluctuated up and down the same 2 to 3 pounds. There's a lot of shifting. Things fit different. I've had to tighten my shorts, my belts and all that. But the weight has stayed the same. Muscle weighs more than fat. So there's definitely some progress. But that was the first thing I noticed, was right here in my side. And both sides, actually. The second thing I noticed was just my stomach looked different, and I couldn't, you can see in this picture, I couldn't see this drastic difference. But again, the fat is higher. It's higher on my pants. You can see more on the right picture, the after picture, you can see more of a shadow in the fat where it's sort of coming inwards. I'll tell you also, at this point, I've lost 1 inch off of my belly. I don't measure everything. I came off of the 4-hour body. I did that for a while. And you do measure your biceps, your forearms, your neck, your stomach, your chest, your legs, your thighs, everything. You just measure everything. And it's very tiring, and you dread it. But I do measure my belly, and it did come down 1 inch. So you can see a little difference there. Moving on to the third picture, my chest. Again, if you didn't look at them side by side, it's not a drastic change. It's not much of a change. But in the second picture, which I ask other people, so I'm not just giving myself praise, like making things up. and they say, yeah, your chest is higher. Like your chest is definitely fuller. Basically your man boobs are going away a little bit. But so that was cool to see progress in my chest. And move on to the shoulders. I definitely saw that. That was if my side was the first thing I noticed, my shoulders were second. So I saw this in my shoulders, where the shoulder meets, I think, what is that? The trapezoid, not trapezoid. Anyway, where a shoulder meets the traps, it's a lot more defined in the second picture. There's a definite sharpness to that angle that meets, and I do a lot of shoulder and chest workouts as my second workout for every day. And then what my wife noticed that I didn't even pay attention to was my face. If you look at the picture on the left, I look like a jolly, happy old man with my round face, like a description of Santa Claus, perhaps. And my second picture, my face is a lot thinner. And it makes sense because my belly got fat long before my face did. And so this takes time because I guess your body is going to burn fat from the last place it put it and then work backwards. And you're going to get to the belly fat, and the places like that last it would make sense to me because my body didn't start packing fat into my face right away. I didn't notice I was gaining weight when my face got big. And so why would it take it away from my belly before my face? So big differences. That's the last image I'm going to leave you with, but I guess I'm not going to keep it a secret. I'm doing a program called 75 Hard, and I bet a lot of you have heard of it. And it probably, if you've read it and you've looked at it, it probably sounds like impossible because someone was telling me about it, and just hearing it, I was like, forget it. There's no way I'm doing 75 Hard. That sounds ridiculous. I hurt when I walk. I could walk a quarter of a mile when I go to the park. And I'm ready to quit. My heart, my lungs, they're both, the damage. If you've seen my welcome video, which I'll do a little more in depth, they're both damaged and have some residuals off of that. And I thought, there's no way I'm going to go walk 45 minutes or run 45 minutes and then later on work out another 45 minutes and drinking a gallon, that's nothing. Anyway, but it sounds terrible reading every day and the pictures, and it was just... Oh, and one of your workouts has to be outside, even if you're in Alabama like I am, and the humidity's so high you feel like you're swimming laps, and the heat's in the higher 90s to 100. Yeah, it can be miserable. But again, I'll make videos on that later. But this is just 2 weeks in, and so I'm pretty happy to look at this difference that I can see in just 2 weeks because. I still have a long ways to go. I'm glad I'm not almost done with 75 days because if I got this in 14 days, then, hopefully this will continue at this much of a, I don't want to use the word drastic. I don't want to say this drastic of a change, but hopefully I will still get this kind of results and I'll be able to see it and encourage myself and other people see it and encourage me as well. So anyway, that's my update. That's my 2-week update. And I wanted to share it with y'all because I don't want to go really long and then just pop up a video where all these huge changes are made and get that opinion where people are like, get that effect where people are like, oh yeah, right, sure. That was just 2 weeks. Yeah, whatever. But hopefully these videos are time stamped and you can see as I progress, I'm going to continue to upload these videos. I'm going to do another one on why I chose 75 Hard and why I know you can do it if you're doubting yourself, because you can definitely do it. If I can do it, I'm not going to say I'm the worst out there. I'm not. I know that. There's people that have problems that I couldn't imagine, but if I can do it, there's a real good chance you can do it. And those 2 workouts, you can't tailor the program. You can't alter the program. But you could tailor the workouts. It's your abilities set the workouts. There are no guidelines, I'll say. He doesn't give you a workout and say, do this many push-ups a day, this many sit-ups a day, this many, like he says, he had a guy with one arm and no legs do this program, because you do it to your ability. So I'm going to put a link to his book. It's through Amazon. It is an affiliate link, and but I mean, I don't even know what the affiliate link gives me, because I just started this not that long ago. But I'm going to put a link to the book in the description if you want to check it out. It's a good read. It's an easy read. It's written very much like a social media post more than a novel, and so easy read, and you can go through there and learn more about it, and probably be really encouraged that you can do this. I'm also going to include the link to my personal book on what happened to me, if you're interested and you want to see the terrible, terrible things my body has been through, that left me crippled and disabled, and now I'm working to rebuild. I'll put that in the descriptions too. Thank you. Please like the video. Please follow the channel, subscribe. I'm doing Facebook lingo here because I'm old. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in about a week, hopefully. Thank you.